Hi, CMattDye here. Hopefully you're having a fantastic day. Welcome to the video. And today I wanted to do a crypto analysis video. I haven't done one for a little while. I did tweet out at the end of last month that I was looking to short Bitcoin. I tweeted it out. If you look over here, price was down here, shy of 30,000. I tweeted out this area here that I wanted to short, and I got it. So you can see price did bounce here. This is that line right there. Price bounced and it started to sell off, which gave me a free trade. And when it came back up, that was fine. And now it's starting to sell off, which is beautiful. Now I want to see it under 27,000, 26 half. And then from there, I want to see that 22 to 24,000 zone breached. From here, this can be the low. So once price does push down, it's going to find itself, and then I see a price movement up. Now that doesn't necessarily mean this is going to be the low and then we're going to 100 to 200,000 Bitcoin. It depends on how it moves off of the low. So, you know, I see people out there saying, okay, well, Bitcoin's going to go down to 10,000 and then it's going to go to 100,000. Well, that doesn't make any sense, because if it gets below 14,000, something else is happening. Something else is happening. The chart changes dramatically if that happens. So that's why I have very, very low probability of price going that low, because the chart changes dramatically. So if it stays over that 18,000 figure, ideally 22 to 24,000, maybe it comes a little lower, 21,000, but staying above that level still has our upside targets. But it depends on how it moves off of the low, and that's what this is here that I'm showing you is Elliott wave theory. And if you've seen any Elliotticians out there, you could give 10 different ones 10 the same chart, and you'll have 10 different answers. So it's not a subjective analysis, but a lot of people do it wrong. Not saying I'm the only right one, but I'm just saying that you do get a lot of different opinions out there. And what the same with anything. So anyway, that's what I'm looking for, that 22, 24,000, maybe 21,000. You know, these lines are guidelines. They don't hit 100%. Like you can see right here, it went over it a little bit. Down here, it went down. Over here, it went above this line here. So nothing's 100% in trading. Nothing is 100% in anything, actually. So let's go on with the next one. Ethereum. Ethereum is looking beautiful. When price was over here, really this high right here was the stop. Anything over this high was invalidated, and you can see that it did not get over that, and now it's selling off really, really nicely. And I have anywhere from 14,076, which looks like it's going to go lower than that, pretty certain of that, to 1,228.16. So 1,228, anywhere above there can find support, and it can go a little bit lower than that as well. So it doesn't have to stop above that. But I think with Bitcoin being close to a low, Ethereum is also close to a low. Ethereum and Bitcoin are the two closest correlated cryptos out there, just because they're the two largest. So that's one thing to look out with Ethereum, but I'm thinking that's where it's going, and it is looking very, very good. Next is Cardano. Now, a lot of people in Cardano, they analyze it differently. They're thinking because there's a hard fork coming out in the end of June that it's going to rally into that number. But, you know, they don't realize that the markets are correlated. If Bitcoin's going lower, most likely you're not going to have a large cryptocurrency going higher. Like Bitcoin's not going to fall 2,000 points where Ethereum goes up of 5,000 points. That's not in this market. That's not going to happen. Perhaps sometime in the future when they uncorrelate, but right now that just isn't going to happen. So Bitcoin going lower, Ethereum going lower, of course ADA is going to go lower. So, and also I talked about in my last video, I didn't want to see it go over 73 cents. Well, that's not what happened. It stayed under that and now it's going lower. Now what can Cardano do? Well, I am big in Cardano. I love it. I am big in the CNFT space, but I think it's going lower. So what does it need to do? Well, first of all, it needs to not get back over 66 cents. And it needs to start selling off. As Bitcoin and Ethereum start selling off, this needs to also. If Bitcoin's under 27,000, Cardano's probably going to be close to 40 cents. So, and that would be nice. Breaking this low right here is what I want to see, because that would complete this overall pattern. And completing this overall pattern is pretty important. And so that is what I'm looking for. Looking for it definitely getting under 50 cents, under 45 cents. And then from there, it can work on this low. So getting under 40 cents, I'm thinking anywhere from 35 to 22 cents. That would be a very nice low. And then from there, we can start seeing that bounce. And that would put Bitcoin probably around 24 or 22,000 area. That would give this a low. That would give Ethereum a low. Ethereum might go under that 1200 level, but that would give us all a nice low. Now let's go to Matic or Polygon. This is also one that I'm in. I do really love the platform, and we are seeing this go lower, and it definitely needs to break this low and come lower. So anywhere from 43 to 25 cents is kind of what I'm viewing. I don't really have a line there, but this is the 25 cent mark right here. So really 31 to 43 cents would be ideal. 31 to 43 cents, and 31 to 35 cents is kind of what I'm thinking myself. So that would look very, very good. Once it comes down, it can find that low. And then I do have a target up around $6 to $10, and then it will come back again quite dramatically, and then it should go up one more time. So that's kind of what I'm predicting with Matic. So I do think it's going to go lower along with everything else. And then from there, we can start to find a low. Next on the list is Solana. You guys know I don't like Solana. I'm not in it, but it is popular. There's a lot of people in it. I have some friends who are in it, so you know, it is what it is. I'm not a big fan of centralization. Solana is pretty centralized because Solana has a lot of VC money behind it. Solana also, because of the VC money, they rush tech sometimes. And me being a technology guy, I don't like rush tech. You know, I don't mind people taking their time. Cardano really does take their time. So they're on the take your time into the spectrum, whereas Solana's in let's rush everything, get it out spectrum. So two different sides of the coin there. Never really compared the two like that, but it is an interesting comparison. So Solana, I talked about last time, coming down into that 29 to 24 cent range. If it was to break that, it would start to look pretty bad. And you know, I would say that 22 cent mark, if it breaks 22 cents, $22 is what I meant to say there. If it breaks $22, then we can see it go under $10. I do think that it probably can support here, but you know, the way the chart is, it looks like it's very close to a low. But if the floodgates open up and getting under that $22 figure, they can really open up. So that's what I'm seeing with Solana. I'm not in it, not trying to be in it, but if it was to make that low and then make a move up that looked good, I would probably get long. You know, because it doesn't, you can have your biases in real life, but money has no biases. Money has no bias. So if you can make money somewhere, go for it. That's my theory. That's what I believe in. Next, I wanted to talk about BNB Binance Coin, just because I am in Binance, and I think it's interesting here, and it's doing the same pattern that everything else is doing. You know, a la Bitcoin, a la Ethereum. You know, name your cryptocurrency, and the majority of them are setting up like this, where you made your big impulse wave, and now you're doing a massive correction. So Binance Coin, it can go quite a bit lower, but once it does that, I do have a high target for it. So once it finds its low, which I am thinking between 200 and 128, and I know 128's low, you know, feels low to me, but once it does come down into this range here, it can find a low, and once it finds a low, it can start pushing off of that low, and if it looks good coming out of it, I do have a target up around 1,000, and you know, risk reward's not bad. You know, you buying at 150, worst case scenario is 150, and I don't think Binance Coin is going to zero. I think Binance is here. Binance is a big company, and they're here to stay. Binance Coin is a good coin. So I think that anywhere in here is a decent buy. Personally, I'm going to wait for it to try to see a few things. But coming down here looks good. So you don't have much downside, and you do have a ton of upside. But it does take time to get to targets, you know. So just because you have a target doesn't mean that it's going there tomorrow or the next day or a month or 6 months from now. You know, it takes time. That's what trading's about. Trading is about patience. So anyway, that is what I'm thinking with Binance. Also, I wanted to, you know, you guys that are sitting here watching the video, you've watched it to the end. You know, you guys are OGs, man. That's awesome. I appreciate it. But I wanted to run an idea by you. I was thinking about starting up my own Discord where I can do these videos, and I can post charts where, you know, I can post charts on Twitter, but I don't really use Twitter that much. But I can post charts in Discord and, you know, show you guys what I'm doing, and I can also do like courses, posting courses in Discord. I was thinking about doing an NFT project behind that, but let me know what you guys think about that. Just kind of thinking. So let me know what you think. If you enjoy the video, throw a like. If not, throw a dislike. I appreciate the feedback. Thank you for that in advance. So anyway, with that, have a great day. I'll see you around the crypto markets. Take care.